we're talking about the best Dragon Ball Z games.
Hey.
Not as many as the worst, but these games are. Oh, they slap, bro. They slap.
So, this is my personal favorite. I don't believe it is the best of the Dragon Ball Z games. I just personally believe it's my favorite. Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3 made me into a man. It got me through puberty.
It's true.
It's what helped me become who I am now. I say all this because that alone. Sorry. That opening alone was enough of a reason why this game was already fire from the jump. So you had the fire opening, right? And I remember first playing, I was thinking, okay, like I played Budokai 1 and Budokai 2, like it's probably gonna be similar. It was, but they changed so much that made it so much better. The story mode wasn't that tacky board game from Budokai 2. They made a big jump from, haha, board game, you're hopping around the map, to, hey, you wanna fly around the world?
Oh my god! And not only that, but introduce RPG elements also. Like you're leveling up. Like you can put like your skill, your whatever points into HP, into attack, into defense. Oh my god!
Didn't you have a Dragon Ball like the radar to look for Dragon Balls?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was also fun as hell.
And not only that, but the story mode is broken down into like what 10 different characters. Like you can play as all these different characters and go through their individual stories of the Dragon Ball Z series. Yo, it is so good. And not only that, Budokai 3 introduced a little bit of mechanics, a little bit of a sprinkle of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball GT. We had Super Saiyan 4, we had Omega Shenron, and Kid Goku. Oh my god.
I love that they added the GT elements because I wasn't watching GT at the time when I played Budokai 3. So when I did see those characters, I was like, oh, these characters kind of look fire. Maybe I should start watching GT. So it's a good way to get people who didn't watch GT into it because honestly, they killed it.
That game slaps front and back. Every single aspect slaps, bro. I don't remember one bad thing about that game. I don't remember one bad thing. The only bad thing was that Bulma wasn't a playable character. You remember that? Remember there was like a full model in the game where you can like beat her up, and it was like only for the tutorials. And I was always like, "Yo, can you unlock Bulma?"
I legit kind of put that memory out of my mind, and now I'm actually remembering it now. I kind of like just blurred it out, and now I remember actually clearly beating up a Bulma model.
There's a Bulma model in the game. I swear to you, there's a Bulma model. Isn't it always funny how just pretty much in all of these games, the only female ever is always just Videl and Android 18.
Wasn't Pam in like one of the?
And Budokai Tenkaichi is not in Budokai 1, 2, or 3.
Which is a good transition.
Yes.
Because Budokai Tenkaichi 3 was also heat. But Tenkaichi 3 took Tenkaichi 2 and said, yo, you did your part, but I'm really going to go stupid right now. And it took it to the next level. There were so many characters in Tenkaichi 3.
That was the only issue I ever had with the Tenkaichi games, and that every transformation counted as a separate character.
Yeah, that was really dumb.
Yeah, I didn't like, because I always counted just, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta is still the same character as Super Saiyan 1 Vegeta in my head. But whatever. And they also had like
honestly.
They also had like different forms. It was like, all right, you had Vegeta from the Saiyan saga, but then you also had Vegeta from like later on, and then you also have Vegeta GT. That he was different.
You have so many Gokus too.
So many different Gokus. But regardless, like it's like just seeing the amount of characters. Has there ever been a game with more characters in Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi?
I honestly think Ultimate might be up there.
Ultimate?
Yeah, man, I think so.
At this point, they were reaching for characters in this game, man.
Oh no, yeah. Do you know how many there were? Take a guess. And after looking at the number, actually, Ultimate didn't even get close.
180.
No, 98.
Okay.
And but 161 forms. 98 and 100, dude. Come on, like, do you remember the selection screen? It was like
Dude,
with that wheel.
yeah, yeah.
Dude, you would spin for decades
Trying
picking
to get your
somebody.
favorite character.
Well, moving on, straying away from the Budokai Tenkaichis, we mentioned in our worst Dragon Ball games, Legacy of Goku. It was not good at all, but we did mention that Webfoot did come back with Legacy of Goku 2 and Boost Fury. And I personally think that Boost Fury was the pinnacle of what that series should be. It was so well done. I loved playing it so much. It was so much more clean, just well thought out than Legacy of Goku. It doesn't feel awkward. I feel like they actually knew what they were doing.
You know, that's so interesting that you say that, because a lot of people would probably say Legacy of Goku 2 was a better game. Probably only because
Boost Fury?
Than Boost Fury, yes. That's why I put Legacy of Goku 2 on my list. But I mean, Boost Fury is up there for me too. Boost Fury was everything to me, man. That game, I put in work in that game. I think I won 100% both games. I think I put 100% Boost Fury and Legacy of Goku 2. But Boost Fury actually got worse reviews. I actually got like really mixed reviews for some reason.
I did not know
Game
that.
Informer,
I enjoyed it a lot. I thought everything about it was a lot more fun than Legacy of Goku and Legacy of Goku 2.
oh yeah, no, it was still great. But like, Game Informer gave Boost Fury a 4.5 out of 10.
Really?
They're ridiculous with that. They're so ridiculous with that. One game that I think deserves to at least be mentioned to some degree as a really good Dragon Ball Z game, and one that I just wish I got to play, Dragon Ball Z Attack of the Saiyans. I'm not sure if you heard of this game.
I've never heard of that.
It's a legit Final Fantasy type Dragon Ball Z game for the Nintendo DS, and every single time I ever looked at it or ever watched it, it looked so good. It's a traditional RPG, like an actual traditional RPG with sprite works. You get to play as like all the characters, and bro, it looks so beautiful. I'm not sure if you're looking at it.
Actually, isn't bad.
Don't look at just the fights, though. Don't look at just the fights.
I'm looking at the artwork everywhere, like outside fights and in fights. It's actually like pretty cool.
Shout out to it. I don't want to like.
No, this animation is clean. I'm watching a fight now. Yo, this is clean.
Like, I'm telling you, I wish I played this. It's so good. It's a Final Fantasy Dragon Ball Z game set in the Saiyan saga.
Damn, this is kind of sad that we never got to play this.
No, like, I'm telling you, because I'd be all up on this, but it came out pretty late. Not late, but like, I think I was already kind of past that point of buying every single Dragon Ball Z game that ever came out.
Especially being disappointed by so many.
Yeah, but you know, me and you are kind of at a phase where like, if there's a new Dragon Ball Z game, we're getting it.
Copy.
Yeah, unfortunately, 2009 was already the point where I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. But I look back on this game. This is always the one Dragon Ball Z game that, man, if I had the free time,
away.
Yeah, honestly, yes. I would love to just one day find a copy of this game, dust off my Nintendo DS, and just run through this.
I personally believe that Xenoverse is the next game, in my opinion, that was also really good. I don't think Xenoverse is like something that's like dear in my heart. I didn't like have a great relationship with it like that. I didn't like put up like multiple hours with it like I did with Budokai 3 or anything like that. But Xenoverse did have a lot going for it. I think it perfected the whole flight combat, the free kind of like form combat. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like going in the air or whatever. I think it definitely perfected that, because Tenkaichi was really good at that, but Xenoverse, I think, took it to the next level and really did a good job of doing that. And not just doing that locally, but also doing it online, which is why I think Xenoverse thrived, because it was the first, I think, online Dragon Ball game that nailed it. Because you could customize characters, you could do a lot of like interactions with people online. It like had a great community behind it. I think it just nailed it in all those regards. It was the first time I've seen people actually going online to play Dragon Ball Z game in parties. So I personally believe Xenoverse 1 and 2 was definitely like good stuff. Xenoverse 2 I've heard some mixed reviews about, but I liked it a lot. And I personally also believe that the customization of the characters also really took it to the next step.
So the next game that I have on the list, I'm assuming we're both gonna save the game for the last. This one specific game for
Yeah,
last.
everyone who's listening to this knows what game we're gonna say at the end.
Yeah, yeah. But I really need to shout this game out, man. This is a lot of GBA games, but you know, GBA had the worst and the best of Dragon Ball Z. I need to shout out Dragon Ball Advanced Adventure. Oh my god, this game was so good.
Advanced Adventure. Is that the one with Kid Goku?
Yeah, it was a side scroller. It was a side scroller. You go through the entire story of Dragon Ball, regular Dragon Ball. No Dragon Ball
okay.
Z.
So you know how Attack of the Saiyans is the game that got away from you?
Yes.
It's the game that got away from me. I've always wanted to play this. Always wanted to play this when I was younger, and I never got to.
Bro, you definitely missed out. As someone who played this game, no, they put in the work for this game. This was one of the best. Man, it was a platformer. It was a beat 'em up. It was, oh my god, this game was so good. Ooh.
The animations too. I remember the first time I like saw a video of it on YouTube. I saw Kid Goku do like a reverse like Kamehameha and into Piccolo, and the animation, it was so clean. I was like, damn, I really slept on this in 04, dude.
Yo.
In 04.
You were 8 years old.
I had so much time to pick it up and just never did. So I guess this leads us to our final one then.
Only one left. Only one left.
Dragon Ball. Hold on. When this game was first announced, when was it announced? 3 years ago, maybe? Somewhere around there now? But Dragon Ball FighterZ, I think was announced like 2017. When it first got announced, and I didn't see it yet, I just heard that, hey, they're making like a Street Fighter kind of type Dragon Ball fighting game. I was like, the fast pace, because the fast pace is Dragon Ball. In Dragon Ball, it's not slow fighting. The Street Fighter pace, like fighting a Street Fighter, the pace in that does not match what's like in a Dragon Ball Z show at all. So when I saw the fast pace of fighters, I was like, oh my god, this is it. They're doing it. They're perfecting a one-to-one traditional fighting game for Dragon Ball. And oh my god, to this day, it is still so fire. To the point where it is a competitive game at tournaments like EVO. Can we talk about that? Dragon Ball's at EVO because of this game.
You can really see, I'm not going to say that this is Arc System's magnum opus, but all of the years of work that Arc Systems put in making Guilty Gear, making Blaze Blue, man, it shows here, man. And they put everything into making this game happen. And
dude, just the supers, like the fan service on every super and ultimate move is just and the fact they have Dragon Ball Super, it's not just Dragon Ball Z traditional. They really care about following with the most recent stuff, by including Beerus, by having Goku do Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan God, whatever, with Kaioken, and having people like hit. It just, oh my god, this game is so good, dude.
I know for a fact that me and you are both saying that we're not as attached to it as others, but I know for a fact that me and you were both kids right now.
No. If this dropped when I was a kid, ooh, I would buy that day one for $60. I would have bought it day one. God.
It deserves to be $60. Even to this day, it deserves to still be $60. It's
so technical good. Too. It's so technical. Like I cannot get into competitive scene. It took me a while to get into Smash competitive scene, not to learn a lot, but for Dragon Ball Super, I cannot. I mean, sorry, not Dragon Ball Fighters, not Super. For Dragon Ball Fighters, I cannot pull it off. It's too much. But that's it. That's our list of DBZ games.
I went through all the games, and these are definitely the games that come up to the top of my head when I think about the best, like the best. I played more Dragon Ball Z games than this, way more. But when it comes to like the absolute best, nah, these are the games. These are 100% the games.
Thank you guys for listening to this episode. We talked about our favorite DBZ games of all time. If you like the content you just heard or watched, depending on what platform you're on, please leave a review, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, anything appropriate to the said platform you're listening or watching this on. It really helps us out. And comment below on whatever you think about DBZ games, whether you like them or not. And until next time, catch you guys later.